I'll do books again. Some people collect books. Some people collect really old books. Some people just really like a certain kind of book, a certain genre. So they might have a collection of science fiction books. But most people, when you talk about book collectors, are collecting old books. They might be looking for a few first editions. They might be looking for the first edition of a book that they really, really like because they know it's worth money. So that might be what they are collecting, books. Art. So again, trying to remember what I said. I think I said something like, you don't have to be wealthy to collect art, but if you have lots of money, it's helpful if you're an art collector. You might go to an art gallery, you might go to an art show, you might go to an auction, and you might buy art. Art is, of course, the term we use to refer to paintings and other drawings that you would frame and put on your wall. I do not have any art on my walls. Okay, I am not an art collector, but I feel like it's something I probably should collect, especially when I think that some of you are probably artists. It'd be cool if I could find a way to buy some of your art, but we'll see. If you're an artist and you sell your art online, send me a postcard and tell me where I can find your art. Video games. So you can collect video game consoles, you can collect video game cartridges, you can collect video game discs or CDs. Basically, the console is where the game goes in, and the cartridge or the CD is what you put in. Some people really enjoy collecting old video game consoles, especially if they still work, and old video games, and they play them because it gives them a sense of nostalgia. It helps them remember what it was like when they were younger. So some people collect video games, an enjoyable thing to collect. Some people collect wine. Some people collect wine and don't ever drink it. Some people collect wine and every once in a while they will open a bottle of wine. If you collect wine, you will most likely keep it in your wine cellar. So a wine cellar is a place in your house where you might keep wine. I do not have a wine collection. In fact, I don't really buy wine. Sometimes people will give us a bottle of wine as a gift, but no, it's not something. First of all, wine is expensive. Secondly, I really only drink water and tea. Don't really drink much else. Sometimes I'll drink an energy drink, but pretty rarely. Or not an energy drink. I'll drink like Gatorade sometimes on a hot day, but I am not someone who drinks wine. I will drink beer every once in a while, but not wine. Action figures. So action figures are small little toys that are made to look like characters from comic books or from movies. So if you really like the X-Men, you can get a Wolverine action figure. This is my Wolverine impression. If you like Superman, you can get a Superman action figure. By action figure, we mean that the arms and legs usually move, so you can kind of pretend they're running or punching and other things. But yes, if you wanted to get the Hulk, you can see the Hulk back there, Captain America, and a number of different characters from comic books and from movies. If you like the movie or the comic book, you can buy the action figure. Bobbleheads. So as I said, this is why this lesson came about. Some people like to collect bobbleheads. Bobbleheads are little figurines where the head is on a spring. I can't do the bobbling. The head is on a spring. You can buy bobbleheads. Oh, and it's made to look like a famous person or an athlete or someone like me. I don't consider myself a famous person. A bobblehead, the head bobbles. You can buy, like these are Blue Jays bobbleheads. Actually, it might be a different sports team. It might be the Tampa Bay Rays. I can't see it clearly enough. You can buy like a Brad Pitt bobblehead if you like Brad Pitt. But it's just a funny little thing that you can put on a shelf. And whenever you see it, if you move it, the head will move a little bit. It will bobble. That's the word for what that action is. Hey, that's the end of the lesson. I'm glad 209 of you found your way back. Again, I'm not really sure what happened in the mix there. Somehow the lesson stopped working. So I just started a new one and I gave it the title, Let's Learn English Topic Collectibles Again. So I'm going to change it to part 1, part 2 later so that people can see what the difference is. And I'll change the thumbnail so people can find both of them. Anyways, let's finish off some questions. I managed to get this all going again. We should I should answer some questions. A random Mexicab. Hello, Bob. What's the weirdest or unhealthiest collection you've seen someone has? I don't know, but collecting can get out of hand. In English, when we say something is out of hand, it means someone's doing it too much. So sometimes people don't actually have enough money to collect things, and they should be buying food and paying rent, but instead they're spending it on the thing they like to collect. So that's probably the weirdest thing, when people aren't taking care of themselves. From Rose, I'm collecting nice Canadian coins. Cool. Hopefully you have a loonie and a toonie. There are different loonies and toonies. Like if you look, there every once in a while they put out a special one, which is very, very cool. May says, hi, Teacher Bob. Did your wife used to collect something? Thanks. I don't think so. I should ask Jen. When we were brainstorming this, we didn't talk about whether she ever had a collection. She, I think as a kid, had stuffed animals. Maybe she had a stuffed animal collection, but that's all I can think of. I think that's what she had. Hey, that's it. So this lesson will come out in a shorter version, probably about 25 or 30 minutes long in a couple days, like Sunday morning. So 3 days actually. So do watch it to reinforce what you have learned. Thanks again to Mode for the bobblehead for helping me come up with an idea for 2 different lessons. So that was kind of fun. And thank you to that person at work that mentioned seashells and caused me to think about making a lesson about collectibles. But I was going to say one other thing. Yeah, can't remember. Anyways, if you didn't watch this past week's lesson, it's pretty fun. There is a link to it somewhere. You can probably find it on my channel. Thanks for coming back after the live stream died. That's very nice of you. Bye, I guess. In the chat, Kevin says, I've been learning English for about 2 years and I read text for at least an hour every day, but I don't know why I feel like I'm not making very good progress. And some days I even feel like I'm going backwards instead of forwards. Could you please guide me what to do? You need to hire a tutor. You need to find a way to pay for a tutor who will push you and challenge you. And if you haven't taken any of the English tests, you should start to take the test. The tests really motivate you to push through where you're at. You also say, however, I can understand almost everything you say. And when I read a novel, I understand about 60 to 70% of it. Is this good or not? It's good for your reading and your listening. But my guess is you need to work on your speaking and your writing. So find a person to help you do that. Mode says, thanks for doing the second part live. I figured you just finished the lesson for the recording and then call it a day. But no, our Bob is so committed. On a day where I'm wearing a t-shirt and I don't have to rush off, I am very committed. No, that says, thank you for the great hour despite the small technical problem, Bob. I wish you a wonderful Thursday and the rest of your week. Enjoy the days and greetings to Jen and your kids. You are very welcome. Key Park says, thanks, Bob. John says, thanks again for your effort to come back. No problem. Bye, everybody. Bye to Key Park, Know That, Modags, John Wedge, Denis, Kakachen, Winnie, Kevin, Ralph, Lolly Lolly, Bridget, Minzu, Leon, Marta, Yufan. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you Tuesday with a new lesson and next Friday with another live stream. Very cool that we were able to finish that.